Hello everybody and welcome back. It has been a while, so we are back in Space Engineers, as you can see, and I thought that since ship analysis takes so long to make, it's sort of like one per few weeks, and I've been quite busy over the past few weeks with various things. I thought that I'd start another series and just keep that going between the ship analysis episodes. So just something that you can watch if you feel like watching a bit of my content that isn't going to be anywhere near as edited or scripted. It's just going to be live, me playing Space Engineers as I normally would. So I did do a Never Surrender scenario a few months ago, but I lost the world because I've formatted and a lot's happened since then, so that's not coming back. So I thought, Never Surrender is kind of like, it gives you, something to do, something to go towards, basically. So why don't we do that, so then we have an end game. So we'll start that. So then it's vanilla survival as well. It's available to everyone. And yeah, it's not a DLC world, obviously. They're not keen on quite there yet with the DLC. I don't think we'll ever see DLC worlds. Now, last time I started on the moon, and that did get quite difficult and quite boring, if I'm honest, so we're going to start in the space pod, I've already decided. So then it makes sort of coming on to... Actually, should we start on Earth? Yeah, I think we're going to start on Earth. We're going to start on Earth. So then we have the milestone of getting to space, and then we have the milestone of getting to the defence point, and we start on one of the poles. Lots of ice, that's good. What's not so good is that we're at the base of a mountain, which means solar panels are going to be quite ineffective. Okay. So the space base is on the opposite side of the planet. This doesn't really matter. And touchdown, right, cool. So you can expect probably about 2 or 3 episodes of this a week, along with ship analysis. So let's get started here. Let's get the tools out of the seat first. I always forget this. Gives you a gun, some ammo, and a data pad containing the coordinates to a trading station, your first trading station. I just deleted the coordinates for the space base. It's a good job at that, it loads itself back up. Okay, so the station's 18 kilometers away. I think the sun's rising. Okay. Right, let's get started. So the inventory settings and the drill speed settings and all that are a default in the scenario we're playing. So first things first, we've got to get some stone. Oh yeah, fun. This isn't a fun place to build though, it's all wonky. Trying to think where's a better place to build, probably up there somewhere. Or down there in the flats. Yeah, down there in the flats. Okay, so let's turn this into a drill ship as our first task. Let's just research this. There we go. That's a quick way to get some new blocks unlocked. Just start drilling a little hole here. Oh, let's go. The start of the new survival is quite tedious, I have to say. They did make it a task. Because before you spawned in, you already had you had a large refinery, you had a large assembler, you had large atmospheric thrusters, you had a medical room. The old respawn pod was, oh, it was delightful to spawn in. It was all you needed. But that was again kind of the issue. But it did mean you could jump straight into survival. I don't like the stone grind that they've induced, but it is what it is. So we need to add a cockpit. That. And type in a word that shouldn't be said. And then we're going to add that to the build planner with the middle mouse button, as well as a gyro. Oh, we have to build the cockpit first, don't we? Then if we click this, it adds the components to the build planner for us. Don't need the construction components because we already have them. Now we just need to feed it stone. And it'll do the rest for us. Oh, I missed quite a bit. If you hold down F while you mine, you get some stone. Very loosely use the term some there. Okay, cool. That was painless. I was expecting a much longer grind. Okay. Gyro I like to put right on top of the parachute here. Shit, just want one. Now the component that couldn't be put into production is the large steel tube. Don't need construction components, okay. So where do we get the large steel tube from? Well, if you dig under the pod, there's a little present. Crap, the pod's falling on me. There's a little present in the form of a hydrogen thruster, which you can nick 2 large steel tubes from, which will make your life a lot easier. Just get into here. Oh, built the gyro first, actually. Steel plates, right. Okay, we really need a bit more stone. Just need a couple motors and a few steel plates. That shouldn't be anything too demanding. Just get one more inventory of stone and we should be duty. We can bounce. Go find a better place to settle. I think that's all we needed. We didn't need that much, I'm sure. So I think right about there, because then we get lots of sunlight. It's flat, ice is everywhere. You know, it's all good. So while we're doing that, we'll set up the thrusters. They are turned off by default. Turn the dampeners off so they're not wasting fuel. Right, and we're off. Okay. So you just gotta fly this baby like a helicopter. Hello. What's this? Okay. So it does take a bit of practice. Don't think anyone here has flown a helicopter before. Certainly not me. Right. Where's a good place to go? Let's have a little peek here. If you angle below the horizon, you'll go forwards. And you can use the velocity vector, as you can see here. Angle a bit. There you go, you can sort of control it. There you go, look at that, I'm flying straight now. Oh, right here. Actually, there's a big flat patch up ahead. Yeah, look at this big flat patch we're coming up to now. They made ore a lot harder to spot as well, which is fun. I'm not even sure what ore looks like in grass now. Hit the brakes. Crap. I present the perfect landing. Oh, look at that! We got the moon peeking over the mountains. Excellent, excellent. If you can see the moon, that generally means you can't see Mars or the alien planet. That does appear to be the case. Alright. So let's start getting a bit of a find the high points. That'll be up here. Let's start getting a bit of a jiggy on. Let's move this. Just literally just tilt it. Beautiful. Right. So our first objective should be a getting a windmill sorted. So what we're going to need for that, some interior plates. We have some interior plates already actually. We'll need more anyway, and some steel tubes. We'll get a mine sorted out. We'll just put it behind here for simplicity's sake. Oh no. The first thing we should do actually, I think, is put a drill on this. No, we'll do it by hand for now. We'll do it by hand. Stone, because in the dirt bits you barely get any stone. So just go down a bit further.
Inventory full.
Whack that in there. Flip around and get on with it. It's a bit cramped, so I'm trying to open it up a bit. Right, now we can walk through it. Whack that in there. Tell you what might be an idea, a mining rover might be a better idea. Oh, that's all we got time for in this episode. We've established our first 3 blocks. Alright. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode, guys. New episode of Ship Analysis should be coming within the next few days. Hopefully. It's on the Blue Ambassador finally. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and take care, everybody.